Tigers from East Ridge High School and your Forest Lake Rangers. We appreciate your attendance at tonight's game. We hope you enjoy the competition between both teams. Tonight is also Dig Pink Night. Forest Lake Volleyball team and supporters are raising money for the SciOut Foundation to raise money to support breast cancer research. Please make sure to purchase raffle tickets to win one of the wonderful baskets up in the entrance area for $1 for one or $6 for $5. The drawing tonight will occur between the second and third sets and will be announced at that time. All money raised will be donated to the foundation. Winners do not need to be present to win, but if you're here, you can pick up your basket at the table near the concessions after the drawing. They're also going to do Dig Pink baskets next Tuesday, on the 15th. So please join us in raising money for a great cause. Tonight, we are honored to have the Forest Lake American Legion Post 225 color guard presenting the colors. The national anthem tonight will be performed by Katrina Yeager. She's a junior at Forest Lake High School and a member of the Forest Lake High School JV volleyball team. So everyone is standing, honor America as we hear the national anthem.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Forest Lake High School. And tonight, we are going to be doing some volleyball, as it's going to be your Forest Lake Rangers versus the East Ridge Raptors. It'll be an interesting one. Tonight, I'm joined here by Dustin Hale. How's it going?
It's going, man.
All right.
It's going. We're very excited. This is the first volleyball game that they're going to be doing as part of LATV, so this is my first game as a volleyball announcer as well. Going to learn a lot tonight. Very excited to see what we can see. What do you think? What are you most excited for tonight?
Well, we're definitely going to be learning a lot, like you said. I mean, the stars being announced now, but we're going to be learning a lot as this being the first broadcast for us for volleyball. So it'll be very interesting to see how this goes.
So coming into the matchup, what are we looking at for records and standings so far throughout the season for these two teams?
It's quite an interesting one. Forest Lake facing more of an uphill battle throughout the year, 14-10, but 8-2 the last 10 games. So I mean, they've been fighting. So they've been trying to keep their seasons and hopes alive, but they've been doing well so far. They've been turning around, that's for sure. But meanwhile, the East Ridge Raptors are a different story whatsoever. 20-3. I mean, they've just been dominant. 9-1 in their last 10. Incredible stuff.
Yep, I mean, it sounds like from the sounds of that the Rangers started out pretty bad to start the year. Maybe they didn't get their footing. They weren't cohesive to start. Since then, they've kind of gotten their footing through the last 10 games, which is nice to see. Closing out the season, this is their second to last home match of the year. So hopefully we can see some good stuff from them. And then for East Ridge, they've kind of played well all throughout the year. But in the last 10, especially going 9-1, that's an impressive record in itself. So.
Definitely, for sure. I mean, just trying to see the dominance that the Raptors just have been putting overall. I mean, 20-3, I mean, that's no small task whatsoever. So, I mean, they've just been firing on all cylinders. And like you said, Forest Lake, I mean, they just got to try to stay consistent. 8-2 in the last 10, so they just got to keep fighting. I mean, obviously, whatever's changed in the past 10 games have been working for them, whatever that new formula may be.
As they announce the starters here, they're doing something fun. It looks like they're tossing something into the stands there. Not sure what they're doing, but you got to love getting the crowd involved. And
Number 12 gets the idea, just handing it off instead of trying to whack someone in the face.
Got to love seeing the fans. I mean, it's not a full house, but there's definitely a fair amount of students in the stands. You got to love that.
You definitely got to see it. They're supporting tonight as it's going to be pink out for breast cancer awareness, and I mean, that's very nice to see overall.
Yep, we saw the team representing those colors in the pregame warm-ups as now they're donning their all-black unis, and the East Ridge Raptors donning their, what color would you say that is, like a cream?
A cream tan, maybe?
Yeah, very classic of the East Ridge Raptors.
Exactly.
That goes way back there. That's been their color for a long time. I thought maybe Forest Lake would be donning a maroon, but it appears they changed their colors this year. So, that's fun to see. Always fun to see a different uniform.
Definitely, for sure. Now they're coming in for good sportsmanship, but we're going to see definitely a very competitive matchup, to say the least.
Well,
it'll be a fun one.
When it's an inter-conference matchup, there's always a little bit more tension and a little bit more anticipation for the game as they're getting loud, they're getting rowdy before the game. Got to love to see that energy going into the game. So.
And I mean, just being a former player and former athlete, I mean, you're definitely going to get competitive even more when it's those in-game, kind of division rivals, because I mean, that's where it all matters. Exactly.
And I'm imagining, I don't know their schedule, but I'm imagining they played them on a couple different occasions this season. Should have probably done a little more research to see how they've fared in those games. But over the last 10, I would say it's been a pretty even matchup, so hopefully that carries out as the game starts.
Clash of two titans tonight.
As they're getting ready to start the game, and looks like Forest Lake is going to be starting with the volleyball. With I don't even know who's going to be serving this thing. We're going to find out here in a minute. They're still getting into this thing. It's still a lot of anticipation, a lot of build-up.
Well, that's for sure.
Here we go with number 4, Hannah Zlab, setting up to serve the volleyball.
You always like to see the pregame of what they do when getting ready to serve.
Yeah. A lot of excitement. Oh, there's a volley.
Nice serve up, setting well.
Andrews puts it over.
With authority to spike down. Oh, my.
I think
that looked like the libero.
Not sure on that number there. But all I know is that she did a really fantastic job. Number 3, Macy Grahan, a junior there.
Macy Grahan definitely just getting into it, starting the game off with a huge spike and just not enough power there for number 16 for the Forest Lake Rangers. That looks to be Katie Grenmendel, excuse me.
She's got quite the last name.
Exactly.
So, number 4, Faith Saywert there to spike or to set it.
And a nice spike there down for the Rangers with authority, keeping it 2-1. Looks like number 2 for the Raptors, Maria Champman, couldn't get there in time.
She attempted, but she was not able to make it. This is a very fast-paced game.
That's
very
for sure.
different from football games that we've been a part of this year and the previous year. So, got to keep your eye on the ball. Ooh,
large serve
out
there.
The back.
Too much heat on that one.
As I like to say during football games, too much oil on the sandwich there as it goes out the back.
What kind of sandwiches are you eating?
You know, your normal turkey sandwich, whatever.
Number 9 for the Raptors takes a nice serve out. Rangers serve it back.
Hey,
nice set with a great save by number 6, Audrey Stoiler. A nice spike down. And Rangers still going to be bringing that heat right now, 2-3.
Keeping it tight.
Keeping it tight for sure. I mean, definitely on these early goings, you're going to see a lot of pace and just back and forth, but it's going to be more down the stretch that you want to see who will face more adversity as people might be tired running around.
Got to keep that effort high as the game goes on.
And a nice
there we go again.
Nice little tap right there. She's able to get it over 3-3.
Over the top. We keep the game tied. Now we continue with keeping possession of the volleyball. As number, I think
Greenwald.
13.
Greenwald,
right?
number 13.
Goes. Another spike, but we pop it back in the air. Sets it.
Bringing around town up, and it's going to be stayed by number 4.
Hit again. Hit over. Sky on that thing. And smackaroonie, let's go.
Authority there.
That's what you like to see. Keeping it in the zone. Getting a high arch and coming down hard on thing, kind of look like a dunk with that authority there.
Exactly. Definitely what you kind of see in practice of this, just how you got to do it. Going back to fundamentals there. Nice job for the Rangers. And too far, too much heat there. I mean, we kind of just saw it a little bit earlier.
Yep.
I mean, a couple serves just like that, giving them free points, just kind of going a little too far out and out the back.
Got to get that thing down and in if you're going to do that. But
Macy Graham for the Raptors with the serve. With another tap, and she didn't work before, and it works again.
That little touch-up, that's a nice move they're doing. Just you think you're going to go for the spike, and they come in with a little soft, over-the-top stuff, man.
Swayward for the Raptors just couldn't get there fast enough, and it looks like it'll be
number 7, Allie Jocelyn in for the serve here. See what she can do. Maybe we can get a little bit better luck out of this one. Right in the zone there.
Pumps over.
Pops. Drops. And smackaroonie out the back.
And 2 out the back. Too much power. Rangers are getting maybe too pumped and excited and early going.
You saw them in that pregame. They were very excited. They got to try to hone it in. We're tied 5-5 through the early going in this first set. Hopefully we can pull out to a lead here eventually.
Nice pop up and a little tap, and that's 2, I believe. Of the block and a.
That's going to be 4 touches, I believe. She did it back-to-back, and then
number 17 for the Ranger, DeMars. She kind of blocked it, but it just not enough as
there was nobody
Raptors
there
sent it back, to
help her out. So that's a tough break, but, you know, we're still in this thing.
That's for sure. And that's the libero, Andrews, pumping it up. A nice serve out. Back and forth here, number 9 for the Raptors.
She pops
and libero
it up.
Andrews takes it, serving it back and around. Definitely what you like to see. A little tap
touch over. Oh, no, that's 2. Oh, it counted.
Oh, they counted it.
That
seemed like 3. Ref didn't see it.
Oh, this is a good set right here. Oh,
another block, and it's going back around, and that's 2.
This is a great set right here.
Tipped up.
Let's go.
We'll take it here.
Is that had to been number 13, Abby Drury, I believe that was on that one? No, number 14, Josie Olson with the great just rat-a-tat.
I mean, definitely
Raptor offense.
They're just having fun out there, keeping it easy and just absolutely powering through there. Nice series so far. As a spike down and a great save by the Rangers. Bringing out that
Smacking
16.
it.
Blocked, and that's 2. Going back around, and
Out
that's
the
sent out
back.
the back.
You gotta love to see when the ball goes out the back, the team stands up and just is cheering you on. It's not even a play that you make.
Exactly.
It's a play that the other team gives to you as we take the lead 7-6 now.
Opportunities there is a nice setup. And just where they're able to move the ball, miscommunication there. But nonetheless, I mean, just the communication of how to set each other up is incredible. So that's 2 up to 3 and a nice little tap. And they'll give it.
Is that a 2-touch?
2-touch.
I think he called it a 2-touch. That's unfortunate.
7-7.
Keeping it close, man.
But I mean, the communication that these teams must have is absolutely incredible. I mean, just the way they're able to set up is godlike.
There we go with number 1, McKenna Andrews, popping it.
With a spike,
Getting
and it's blocked. But Rangers able to recover from that. Andrews with the setup. And 16 with the spike. That's popped back around, and no one's there. Andrews closest in sight.
In the soft spot there. Tough to rotate when it's that fast, but you just got to find a way to do it.
I mean, definitely, yeah. Right, like you said, just there, soft spot. Finding those soft zones just to get it in the right spot, and boom, you'll get extra points going in.
She got to go down early on that one. Oh.
2-tap.
I'm not sure if that was, I don't know. We got to learn what this thing is because she didn't 2-tap that one. Got to learn what these calls are somehow.
Champman for the Raptors.
Setting that one up.
Spike.
Yep.
Blocked. Rangers return it back.
Another
block spike, and that's 2.
Out the back she goes. We're now down 7-10. That's a tough break right there.
Definitely. Looked like Andrews was the first at it, but she couldn't get it back around. So.
Real quick look to the fans there. It looks like a guy just came in with some sort of dragon costume or something.
Like a bunny.
Not sure what he's doing.
Going all pink. And a nice serve there.
Wait, they're both cheering. Oh, no, that's just what you do after each set. Okay. Got to love.
You got to go in the huddle. You got to go back in the huddle. Serve on to next. 11-7, though. Rangers down early.
Andrews is going all
But
out.
nice spike
that
there.
Down. Hey, there we go.
Rangers, I mean, that's just what it's been for the past 10 games and just early on. I mean, fighting through adversity, they're down early, but great start there.
Never
8-11.
Never give up. Keep the energy going, regardless of what's going on in the game.
Here's Andrews with the serve. Nice pop. Bring it back
Not
around.
a whole lot there.
It's number 7 sets it, and miscommunication
they could not
between
decide.
13 and 5. 13 and 5. Drury and Ify looked like they kind of miscommunicated there. No one called it, so self blow there for the Rangers. 8-12.
I feel like that's going to happen at times. Definitely when it's going that fast, you gotta move fast in this game. That's for sure.
That's for sure. And that one
Let's
was
go.
Out. Notice number 16 come in actually just called that one. She said that's out, and she predicted it right.
She just sacrificed the ball for unknown reasons.
Exactly.
Looking at the lineups tonight, there is an 8th grader for the Raptors. Her name is Macy Spaladero. And then she
looks
also
like
has
it's a sibling.
Sister who's in 11th grade, Audrey Spaladero. So that's a family thing going on there. 8th grader, that's very young to be on a team, but she must be an animal if she's out here playing number 5.
Exactly.
Out the back again.
So much power, so much heat, 10-12.
They do give them only a small area to play in, so
they do.
It's hard.
You got to be very precise, very accurate sport here. The serve's up.
2 down, 1 up.
Back
Over
around.
and out.
They'll call it in. No, they'll call it out.
Who got the point there? I think
Looks like he kind of got confused, but they'll give it to the Raptors.
Yep, he was on the back line judge there, and he called that one in. So
nice set up. Boom with the spike down, blocked, but it doesn't matter. A lot of sauce on that one.
As now we're at 11-13, halfway through the first match of the night. They will play at least 2, if not 3, if we get to 1-1 after 2. So hopefully we can sweep them, but if not, at least pick up 1 here.
Nice setup here with the block attempt, but just angled it wrong, as looked like number 10, Rachel Schneider, was able to tank that one home for the Raptors, 14-11. As number 9's going to be serving for the Raptors. Glovin.
Up, drop, smack, back in the air.
Set in the spike.
Oh, got the arm in the air there.
Nice dive there by Andrews. Libero sets it back up. Another spike attempt. Pumps back up. And these great sets, and she couldn't touch it. She couldn't touch it. So
from the fans, I believe they were not happy with that call.
She had the block, but she couldn't go back at it. So no Rangers were close enough in time.
Nobody was there. Andrews comes up.
Spike in a block.
The block.
They're just blocking this.
That's their Raptor howl is what they're doing. As they take a
first timeout for the Rangers. I mean, just getting it was getting close, but I mean right now, Raptors showing why they're 20-3.
Yep.
I mean those past two serves, I mean just block attempts each. So they're definitely getting aggressive towards the net and able to just go crazy.
Hopefully Sherry Alm down there, the head coach for the Rangers, is giving them some sort of pep talk and letting them know what they need to do to be successful in this game. As it's been a little bit of a rough go. We find ourselves down 5 points in the match.
You definitely, as a coach, you definitely got to keep your troops ready and kind of push them forward. Ignore everything. It's now back to 0-0. So you just got to go home.
Gotta kind of make up some ground, though, at the same time. You can't just completely forget the score, because if you do that, you'll find yourself out of the first game with a loss. Hopefully we can come out with the win, though.
Number 9, Levin with the serve.
What a play. There's nothing there. McKenna Andrews is seeming to be there.
The libero with a lot of effort. She's running all over the...
Going to be gassed, that's for sure, at the end of this one.
She's all over the court tonight. Nice set up.
Pop.
With the pop for the back of the court.
Set. Smack.
And a block, but that doesn't matter.
Fingers or something. I got to go home and research these calls. It's a lot of stuff.
Rangers trying to block the attempt there, but nothing happened as it kind of just spun off and into the crowds. Yep. 18-11. Rangers back on the offense, but a great block attempt. My goodness. Raptors are just owning this net right now.
They've got some tall people in there at 6'4" and 6'1" on that block, so they're definitely got some height advantage on these Rangers tonight.
Rangers crowd doing their Ranger chant, so they're definitely going crazy right now. The crowd just trying to get their team back into it. Down 8, but that one will be out.
Speaking of the height from earlier, the Rangers do not appear to have anybody over 6 foot on their roster. So
it is, yeah. They're all tallest players are 5'10", so
they must have jumping ability or something. I'm not sure they're out.
Height's definitely not to their advantage right now, but
trying to play that one back in from around the corner. I don't think that was legal, but she's trying to make a play. You got to love to see the effort.
Give an A for effort there. 13-19 with a serve, but too much heat on that.
That's killed us a couple times in this game. We've had the serve, and it's just gone right out of bounds.
As number 10 for the Raptors is coming out of the game right now. Substitution made by the Raptors. Looks like 16-14. Kind of both went at it. Nice save there. Number 12 with the dive for the Raptors.
One of those guys.
Carlson. And a nice little set there. Put it in the soft spot, 14-20.
I'm liking that play right there. That move seems to be patented of that girl. She's gone
just
to
a nice little
times.
tap, yeah.
It's like a little teardrop in basketball. It's your go-to move, and you know what? It's paying off tonight as it's having a high percentage success rate. Now, if we can have a high percentage success rate on our serves, we'll be in this thing.
Exactly.
We're down to 14-20.
Definitely just got to see just a little bit more quality serves there as a setup for the Raptors, and that one serves out. 15-20.
Number 1, who appears to be playing up from JV, also an 8th grader.
Hadley Berger.
She's playing up for, I don't know if they must have pulled her up tonight because she's normally on the JV team for the Raptors. Coming into the game and kind of smacked that one out of bounds, showed her inexperience a little bit there.
But definitely just the opportunity that's there for being JV. So, I mean, she's just definitely got to try to get her woes out. But right now, Rangers trying to
Oh.
with the block, but that block goes out. 21,
That's a tough
15
one.
substitution. 8 goes into the game. 4 comes out of the game for Swert for the Raptors. And 8, McDougal going back in. Andrews serves it up. That's a spike attempt by 17. Myers, and that's a block.
And out.
And the libero
point.
can't control it. 16-21.
I feel like that's got to be a tricky part in the game is controlling the block and keeping it in the angle of play.
That's for sure.
Especially when you're right on that edge like we saw a few plays ago. They did not have great control and went right out of bounds as we serve again here.
This game is definitely a lot of hand control. Put the ball where he needed. As number 2 for the Rangers. Looks like she's
also
from
on
JV.
Paige
Swanson, yep.
Junior. Having a tough go there. Just didn't get her hands in the right position.
22-16.
In favor of the Raptors.
Raptors serves. That's Andrews up. Gives it to Seven Dolson.
The pop there did not work as well as it has all game.
And that's a spike down with authority. The Raptors are really feeling it right now. 23-16. I mean, it's very hard right now to stop what they've got going. Definitely Rangers got to try to pick up something right now. And
Another
definitely a timeout being called. As I said, they're just getting – right now, Raptors are just all in favor right now. They're pumped and they're excited.
You can't – it's hard not to be when you're up 23-16
For sure.
on the road in the first set. You're definitely out to a lead.
I mean, definitely this crowd's got to get into it. I mean, if you're at home field, you definitely want to try to use that to your advantage.
Looks like there's some distractions going down there on the sideline. I'm not sure if they're getting a picture or if they're just chilling out on the court.
Maybe getting a chant ready. Who
Skull
knows?
chant, I saw a little arm sway in the air. So they're positioning for something. They should probably get off the court. 15 seconds to game time there. They're still just chilling out, man. Not sure what's going on. Love the enthusiasm, though.
They're excited.
As Mr. Bunnyman is busting out his best moves of the night as we return back to the game here. Right down the middle.
Andrews takes it. That's
Smack
Strawson.
2-0.
And there we
There we go. We're on the road back to making this an equal game. Got to keep up that enthusiasm.
Jolson and Andrews definitely been connecting those two.
Yep, McKenna Andrews is into serve. She's been making a lot of plays tonight. Appears to be left-handed.
With a nice save there by the Raptors. Jolson sets it up with the spike down, and that's a block. Another block. I mean, we've just seen this so far all game right now.
They are definitely skilled in that department. They also have not allowed, I believe, any serves to go out of bounds. So tough to stay in the game when you're playing shorter and having balls go out of bounds.
3 6-footers.
There, right as I'm saying that, it went out of bounds. Look at that.
The announcer's jinx right there.
You just got to talk about it, and it will happen.
And, I mean, the big thing that we talked about, Rangers not having anyone over 6 foot. I mean, this East Ridge team has about 4 people at around 6 foot or even higher, or even taller, excuse me. But, I mean, right now, I mean, they just definitely got the height advantage, able to control the net and apply pressure for those spike attempts.
And
that one rolls around.
To get back.
Libero saves it, brings it
McKenna
back.
Andrews having to play it.
Andrew takes it, and it's snapped. That's 2.
Double touching or something, raising, carrying, I don't know.
Bounced off the
carry.
body. Oh, man. Great save
point
there by the libero number 3. Great Greham
we gotta go
for the
here.
Raptors, but oh my goodness. Rangers able to control at the end.
You just got to play concentrate.
Great serve and the block.
There goes the first match, folks. That's a tough one.
First match will be done there. As on that block attempt, but just comes right through them. So, I mean, they've definitely just controlled right now is the best way I can put it for the Raptors. They definitely got to figure something out moving forward here.
What do you think that the Rangers need to work on through that first set to improve?
Fundamentals. There's been too many soft spots, soft zones. I think it's just a lot of little errors that they're making. I mean, the soft spots that they have, they just got to come together and say, hey, let's work on this. Let's apply more pressure. And I think the pressure right now is they just got to know that, hey, they got this. They're in this together.
Do you think their coach has any sort of height seeds in her bag to perhaps make her players a little bit taller?
Maybe.
Have a better advantage during those blocking situations?
Who knows? We'll find out, right?
That would be magical, but I don't think she's got any of those. So that they just got to.
The Rangers don't need magic tonight.
They've got it in their pocket. They're working it. I mean, they weren't out of that by any means. It wasn't a blowout. It was a 6-point defeat there, but as long as they can rebound, keep that same energy they came in here with, and just keep up the energy, they're not out of it for sure.
When you were in sports, the biggest thing if you were down at halftime is what? Keep pushing, keep going.
Wear your opponent out.
Exactly. First game's done with, you move on to the next one. So definitely just got to keep pushing right now for these Rangers.
What often happened to us during halftime is we would, for some reason, just melt down and then lose by many points in my football days. So hopefully we do not see that tonight. I believe that this team has a little bit more effort and spunk. Who would you say are the players to watch from each team thus far through the first match there?
For right now, I mean, McKenna Andrews and number 7, Allie Jocelyn, I mean, those two have just been everywhere. They've been setting it up for, it looks like, Kate Gamenden and DeMars. I mean, those two have just been hard hitters. I mean, DeMars with the nice little taps and sets there.
She's got that going on.
Those four have just been setting up dynamite plays. But I mean, definitely for this East Ridge team, that libero, Macy Grahan, has definitely been all over and made some pretty nice saves so far. So both teams doing the best, but right now Raptors are just up and early.
Yep. There's definitely, like in football, you can kind of shut a player down to say. You can like target and almost in
coverage,
pass coverage. You can bracket and double coverage.
Yep.
There's not really anything you can do in volleyball. I mean, they're going to get to the ball to their players regardless.
If they're going to be excited and good, they'll be excited and good, right?
Yep. So you got to just counteract that, see it coming, get in the right position as a defensive team, and pop it up and be able to stop them. So we will see how that goes as the second match is about to get underway as the clock hits 0. The Rangers are coming out hyped.
And teams flipping sides now. Maybe they're on the lucky side of the court here.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know.
Has enough juju maybe, let's see. Foresight crowd definitely getting into it. Couple chants going on. But I mean, this team definitely now getting into it. They seem hyped, they seem happy, and they're ready.
Kind of odd that they had number 17, Maddie DeMars, start out there and then jump in the air, high five McKenna Andrews, and they swap out.
It's got to be hype, you know. You got to hype up your people, hype up your players.
Maybe fake them out and make them think, oh, we're gonna get a break from McKenna Andrews. Nope, here you go. We're coming in the game hyped.
Exactly.
All part of the game.
And it looks like Grahan for the Raptors will be serving out of the right side of the court.
We did start with it.
But definitely she's got...
not a good way to start the second match there.
A little low there for Josie Olsen. She couldn't get at it.
Yep, you got to.
But I mean, right now,
there.
Rangers kind of have the advantage here as the crowd is right next to the server.
No.
19, McCoskey went off her arms, flew through the back.
That's a tough way to start the set, or the match. You got 2 down early. Got to bounce back here, team.
Definitely.
It starts with this right here.
With
touch.
A little love tap there. Nice serve and
Did she touch it?
They're giving it to the Rangers?
Nope, they did not. Don't know why she must have not seen the line there.
That was Olsen who had the attempt at it. I mean, that was right on the line, too, so she had to be careful. It was Olsen.
Oh, my goodness, guys. You got to need a team timeout maybe to get the troops rattled. Yep, there you go. You start out down 0-4. You just got to find a way to get this mojo, which you had thought was going to be on our side. It's even worse off thus far.
Maybe. Who knows? I mean, right now, though, the Raptors have just been great. I mean, we've highlighted this before. 20-3. I mean, the Raptors have just
There's
obviously
probably
been
a reason there at that point.
exactly. So I mean, obviously, the Raptors have just been able to be coached pretty well to head coach Steve Anderson. So I mean, he's obviously coaching, and his staff as Dave Hobbs, Hans, and Cortez.
They got quite a few coaches there.
So I mean, they've definitely have people helping them out and pumping up this team and getting them to where they are right now. They definitely have some aspirations past the series and to probably state.
Yeah, with that record, it'd be hard to say no.
Exactly.
We need some magic voodoo from this bunny on the stands is what we really need. He's all hyped.
Nice save. Anderson goes, sets it up. That's 19.
Hey, we got our first point of the match, guys. Here we go.
Miskowski able with a nice spike there.
Not sure on how these plays develop, but
With the set there and block right off the arm. That looks to be of number 13, Drury.
just went straight down. I don't know, she must have been on top of it. We've been talking about how short they are. She got tall and was not able to pop that thing back up.
Seward for the Raptors.
Oh, you should have let it go, but she took it and it went out. Number 19, McCoskey has had a play or two like that in this match that have not gone her way off of the early backwards hit on an accident, and then again with a ill-advised set hit that she should have maybe let go.
It looks like Zalab for the Rangers is in the game. A nice head set, maybe goaltending.
Something like that. She was over the net, it appeared.
Over the net, yeah, that's for sure.
Can't
now
have
McCoskey for the serve for the Rangers.
Smackaroony right there.
Nice hype as the
Paparoni.
set's up.
Out
With
of
the spike,
bounds.
and that's out.
You know what? We've cut the deficit from 2-6 to now 3-6. We're not out of this thing by any means. It goes to 25. Long ways to go in this match. You just got to string a few 2-1s to go or together, and you're back in this thing.
Exactly, and McCoskey right now playing her strengths with these beautiful serves. A nice spike
Oh,
out.
maybe should have let that one
Anderson
go
takes
again.
it.
McKenna Andrews there, usually making great plays. Just had a little error there. That I think that one would have got. It's got to be. I mean, I make it sound easy, like they're making errors. It is hard to tell where that thing's going to end up. So you're
Exactly.
just trying to make a play when you can. They are fantastic athletes. I respect volleyball players tremendously for their ability.
Nice serve and the spike down.
Out.
Was that out? No, it was in.
Oh man. Oh wait.
They're gonna give it to.
Yeah.
They'll give it to Eastridge there.
Yep.
It was a great serve and a spike down with authority. I mean, they've just playing right now. Eastridge just been playing amped. I mean, definitely what they've been able to do well, play to the strong suits, and they're playing with energy right now. With the big one down there, 9-3. I mean, they're just rolling right now.
Yep.
Eastridge is rolling.
One thing that I'm starting to notice, it seems, is that Eastridge is really playing as a one unit, one team, and the Rangers are almost playing segmented. I've seen a couple players run into each other. We got to kind of get back to that continuity and just play as a team again.
Definitely call out where the ball is. Communication's a big part in volleyball.
Out.
But that one will be out.
Here we go.
4-9. Rangers down early as 13 comes out of the game. 11 goes into the game. Drury's out. Johnson is in.
We got to reverse that. It was 3-7, and now it's 4-9 versus us. If it would have been the other way, we'd be at 5-8, but we've let the 2-1 go that way.
As Sydney Johnson comes in the game with the serve and a block by the Rangers.
Hey!
And now
There's
some new
our
energy's
two.
in there.
Yeah. When I say 2-1, I mean for every 2 points we get, they get 1 is what we really need to start having happen. We've had it happen there. Now we just got to keep on a roll here.
Sydney Johnson maybe bringing in some new life for the Rangers. As a spike down.
Whoa, it's flying.
And
she was running all the way across number 8.
That one
Julia
could have hit the ceiling
Peterson
there.
running it down, yeah.
I don't know
if
could have hit the fall down curtain. Who knows?
Can you hit it when you cross the center line?
I don't think so.
Well, she was just trying to make a play. They're chopping her, I believe, is what they were doing in the fan.
With the spike!
Ooh,
And
that was a
even
sweet
with
one.
the block,
Yep.
it doesn't matter. Authority.
Right down and in. Fantastic.
That looked like DeMars right there with authority, just able to hit that one through. She is one of the 3 juniors for this volleyball team. So, I mean,
the
definitely
Rangers are definitely playing old on this team.
Definitely just a lot of experience. Like you said, playing old, a lot of experience there. As
And
only 3,
here we go.
As only 3 players on this varsity team
Are
is
under the senior year.
a junior, so. But definitely Rangers able to score there, 7-10. Rangers still fighting. 7 with the serve. That looks like Jocelyn.
Popping. Over. Spiking.
Spike.
Yep, that was a tough one to get there. If you're gonna get a straight
Miscommunication there.
spike. So
That looked to be number 1. That looked like Hadley Berger for the Raptors.
You know, even though we gave up that point, we've been on a roll in the last few points here, so we got to keep up with that. If you're going to give up a 1, you got to get 2 back.
Nice save there by the libero, Graham.
And
an open zone there, as that's just easy pickings for the Raptors. 7-12.
they got some accuracy. If there's an open hole, they've been plugging right to it. So as a ball boy out in the middle of nowhere returned that ball to the game.
He just comes from the shadows and takes it back.
Setting up for the serve there, number is at 6. Audrey Spoladero.
With the spike
Hey,
there
right back
for
to
14.
Spoladero. Nothing to be had with
Olsen
that.
says, here you go, have it back.
Now
Nice
we're at
job there
8-12.
by
Get
Josie
another
Olsen.
one back. We'll be on a roll, guys. We're not out of this thing by any means.
Josie Olsen with the serve. Nice high. Down, that's a nice set for the Raptors.
Way
Raptors
over.
taking with a spike, an easy
Nice.
save for Olsen.
Oh, there's
Sydney
that.
Johnson.
Got it over.
Easy
Reset.
save there. Johnson,
Out.
Olsen had
Oh, she
miscommunication.
flipped it off. Back to that play again. We saw it. They ran into each other. They're not communicating the location to each other.
But definitely a great save, though,
It was
by the
still
Rangers.
a great save, but if they could have stayed on their feet, they might have been able to get in a better position to stop that one.
Olsen takes it up, brings it out. That's a nice serve there. Went off a couple.
Touch.
That's number
Yeah.
5. That's Ife.
Ify.
Excuse me.
Still good. You know, we got the point. That's all that matters there. We're keeping it within 4.
As Johnson comes out, and it looks like Andrews is back in along with number 13, Drury.
She does not spend a lot of time on the bench, does McKenna
No,
Andrews?
she doesn't,
Oh,
as that one was missed there by Olsen.
gotta get that one.
9-14.
Coming
Rangers
so
are down.
fast, but you got to step up on that. Although they have been really targeting in any and every open space on the floor there. They've been stringing these points together. We're kind of bounced back from those.
Nice
Oh.
set there, and
Little
9 with
flash
a great
play.
save.
Blockage.
Looks like Glavin, and a nice block there.
Got that one back. We're keeping it within 4, and that is not. You just got to have a couple 2-1s, and you'll be right back into that thing.
Glavin for the Raptors, able to have a nice, beautiful block there. I mean, right now, Rangers are definitely just trying to figure out their footing here, only down 4. So they're trying to get some traction back. As number 4 with the serve, that looks like Zalab. With a
Block.
nice block there,
Out.
but that one will be out.
That's a tough one. I mean, you got the block, but you got to keep it in. If it rolls out, then that doesn't really help your ball club there.
No, it does not.
So we set up for another
10-15.
spike, or I mean another set.
Number 4, Swart. Takes the serve out. Nice tap over. Swart with the save for the Raptors. Raptors send
Out
it back,
the
and that
back.
one's out the back.
You know, for all the points you've given up, we're keeping with this thing within 4. We haven't let them go 2-1 on us recently. We just got to find a way to string a couple together, and we'll be right back in. As the server, number 19, McCoskey, is subbing out for number 16, Gamendon.
Gamendon with the serve. And over to Libero. Libero Graham takes it with the
that
spike
was a
save. and
smackaroonie.
That's 2 over Andrews.
Over the head even.
Takes it, and that's a dodge. Nice
There we
dodge
go.
there as that one goes out the back. Almost cat-like reflex there. She dodged the last second just so it didn't hit her.
Yeah, really.
But that one goes out the back.
Fantastic.
Rangers 12, Raptors 15. That one goes over and a nice serve there right in the soft spot.
We should probably mention again for those listeners joining in late who we are and who we're with. I am Dustin.
I am Vincent.
And we are with Lakes Area TV bringing this broadcast to you tonight. Thank you for joining us in this Rangers-Eastridge matchup. These two great teams going at it as they've really had some back-and-forth rat-a-tat volleyball going thus far.
Definitely some competitive
And she might want to let that one go, but you know what? We're right back in this thing. We are down by 1 now.
Competitive SEC play in the Suburban East Conference. So, I mean, that's just going to be a dogfight.
We've gone 4 straight here to come within 1. Gotta love to see that comeback.
Rangers with the serve, and that one just goes out the back. Too much heat on that one.
Oil on the sandwich again. Gotta get that one down and in. But nevertheless, that was a great run. We're back in this thing. The energy is high for this Rangers team. Maybe the bunny magic is finally paying off. I'm not sure.
That one pops high and over. Rangers take it back. That looks to be Spinaro with a nice serve out, and that one will be in. And Raptors going back on the pedal to accelerate.
Yeah. As soon as we get back in it, they're rolling again. They've gone 2 straight, so we got to shut down this run they're going on here.
Raptors know when to go on the pedal.
On the prowl, perhaps.
Exactly.
Hey!
With a nice
like to see that.
Nice power there. As looks like substitution out as Johnson's coming in and Drewy's coming out. As Drewy had that nice play there off the block attempt by the Raptors. So Johnson's there to serve.
Big smack. Big set. And blocked. Let's go. We're still in this thing. It's not over till somebody sings. Now we're only down by 1.
Sydney Johnson has definitely had some success coming in after these substitutions and starting with the serves.
Big chant from the fans there.
And nice setup by Spinaro and another block, but that one goes out.
Yep.
I mean, they've definitely been trying to control net with these great blocks, and it looks like Drury comes out and Johnson comes out.
Drury
comes in.
Oh,
excuse me.
What this?
Or it seems like they both come out.
They both checked out.
It's a nice setup there with Olsen.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll give it off the hands of one of the Raptors. Closest nearby was number 6, Audrey
More subs here. Number 4, Hannah Zlob is coming off.
Ify coming in. And it looks like 7, Jocelyn serving.
See what we can muster up here down by 1. As it's 17-18 in favor of the Raptors as they're up 1-0 in the match. Hey, another one.
A nice block there. I mean, now Drury.
Now they're getting hyped. Now we're tied. There's some excitement from the team. A big run.
DeMar's able to control the net there with a nice block down.
Of the last, I believe,
great serve.
11 points. We scored 8 of them.
Takes it, and a nice save there by the Rangers. Bringing it back around.
Oh, right down the
Barbara Graham.
Broadway.
Takes it back, a little tap. And that's another save.
Pops it back. Oh, she touched the net, and that's a loss of a point there. Yeah, you know what? That'll happen from time to time when you're giving out full-out effort. You're going to hit the net. So
definitely looked like Andrews there trying to make the nice save.
She has been all over tonight. She definitely seems to be the team MVP thus far through the match, probably through the season.
Definitely is. They're going with the setup and the spike down.
Back to the
right
tie.
Right past to LeBar Graham.
This is going to be a tightly matched contest coming down to the end. I'm not sure if the Raptors were to win, which we do not hope. Do they play the 3rd game or is it over?
They play. If the Raptors win, no 3rd game.
Okay.
I believe.
Then we really want that 3rd game. We want it to be a W here, folks.
I mean, Raptors have definitely kind of
out the back. We're up. Here we go. It's just going on rolling. Roll it out.
Raptors definitely trying to keep hold of the steering wheel, but right now Rangers are taking control.
A timeout for the Raptors.
And Rangers' first lead of the night right now, 20-19.
In the year of our world.
In the year
20-19.
of our world, yep.
Here we go, folks.
I mean, right? Rangers finally getting some momentum back. I mean, slow plays, getting it back. I mean, you talked about kind of that 2-to-1 ratio of, all right, if they score 1, we got to score 2. I mean, definitely they've just been able to pick up the pace. I mean, the communication's going. Coach is talking to her teammates. And if you're on the other side, if you're the Raptors, definitely how do you kind of go wrong there and what do you got to do to move forward? So right now, I mean, this, like we talked about here, this is an SEC fight. I mean, full on dog fight. Yep, this is a brawl till the end right now.
You can't kind of go away from what you've been doing. The blocks have been fantastic, and the serving, we haven't seen one really go out the back, so I think they corrected that, maybe just taking an edge off, sacrificing the power maybe for a little more accuracy there, which has gone well in our favor thus far through this match. As we set up for the serve, number 14, Josie Olsen there on the serve.
Takes it with the spike and off the block, and that's down. Back 2020.
The graduating year of these kids on this, seniors on this team.
As long as there's 20s, we'll make a joke about it somewhere.
It'll keep going. We'll probably veer away from that now that we've gotten our 2 win.
Exactly. It looks like Champman for the Raptors with the setup. It's down.
Big old smackaroonie right down Broadway there.
Ivy
no chance to smack that back in the air.
Ivy with the great enthusiasm down there.
Wow, that was a nice one. They did not see that one coming at all as the crowd got hyped off that. Now the chant, "Let's go Rangers," comes over the fans. They are into it. They know the circumstance at 21-20 here late in the second match.
With the set, and that's off the net with a beautiful save by Andrews. They're going to take it back over.
Playing it up.
Playing it over with the tap.
Bop.
Nice save there by Jocelyn. And that's back around 2.
Back. A little bit too much gas on that.
21-21.
Here we go. This is
great effort by both sides. I mean, this is just back and forth here. And it looks like the libero, Graham, is going to be serving for the Raptors. Brings it back around. Andrews takes it. Sets it up by there we go, back down.
The excitement is in the building, folks, as Abby Drury comes with the hammer down. Wow, she's got an arm on her there.
It looks like coming into the game, number 8, Julia Peterson. So right now, Rangers are trying to come back here and steal this one for game 2. Nice serve.
They counted it. Wow.
Right on the line.
Look at the enthusiasm from that Rangers squad right now. They are anticipating a victory here.
Zalab with the great serve, and they're going to call
another one.
And they're going to call a timeout for Eastridge. Now momentum's definitely shifting here. Right now, Forest Lake taking control.
What do you think you've seen differently throughout the second match, differing from the first one, that's led the Rangers to not only staying in it, but coming out ahead thus far?
Energy, picking up your players. I mean, the energy that they're bringing, just coming back and saying, hey, it's okay, move on to the next serve, move on to the next part. And I mean, that's just what they've been doing right now. And the communication, the great substitutions going back and forth. I mean, this is just what they've been built upon coming back here. And right now, Rangers are putting up and holding their own right now.
Back to what you were saying about the, hey, it's okay after every play. Like, sometimes you just say that, like, if you're losing big, like, hey, it's okay when it's really not. It really is okay. Like, they're having great continuity here, so we got to keep seeing that throughout the rest of this short end of the match here.
There's another great serve by Zlab. Takes it with a
and a save. What a face shot. She took one for the team there and saved it.
Andrews with the save and off the spike. Raptors take it.
It's coming down to the wire, 23-22. Oh my goodness. This is about as intense as the JV game we filmed yesterday on the old broadcast. Came down to a literal expiring touchdown to put the, we were playing Irondale Knights up 40-35.
Oh, wow.
Real tough loss there, so. But that was JV. That's a little different than varsity. Recap of that, we won 35-3 over the Irondale Knights. Oh, my goodness, that thing teetered on that rope right there.
And right now with the serve and a great block by the Raptors. Rangers taken back over with another block and a nice save there by the Rangers. And right now, going back and
Wowza.
forth between the two.
No team giving up an inch.
Exactly. Nice save there by the libero. Nice tap, and that's out.
Let's go!
Rangers will take
Within
control.
one of a victory here. Go down to the third match game. We would love to see that tonight. You know
16.
the momentum is on our side.
16 coming in for the serve, 19 coming out.
Oh my
19
goodness.
McCoskey out, 16 Gamenden in. Gamenden with the serve. That's
could
coming
be
up
it.
and over.
This could
Nice
be it.
block and save there. Olsen takes it back around.
Blocked again.
Andrews
Up again. Smack
back around.
again. I'm going to stop.
takes it with a tap.
Oh, double
That's
touch.
2.
It's all good.
They'll take it
Oh
back
my
around.
goodness. No quitting these teams right now.
That's for sure.
Oh,
But that'll be
that's a tough one.
missed assignment there by Andrews and Gamenden. 23-24.
So I believe,
It's by 2
yeah,
in
the
this
rules.
game.
So if we score this one, we win. If they score this one, then you got to string 2 together to take the dub. So this is a stressful moment.
Andrews
Tough shot there.
serves it over.
In the zone. Mess it up, please.
Nice block.
Oh, McKenna Andrews making plays.
Andrews takes it. Olsen
Touch.
with the tap over.
Oh,
And
wow.
Right now, Spindoro
Touch over. McKenna
have been
Andrews
beautiful
saving it again.
next to the net. With the
Oh.
tap and save, and that one just pops up.
There's no quit.
Olsen takes
Oh, there's the W. Let's go.
2.
We're coming down to the third game as McKenna Andrews absolutely obliterated that thing into where nobody could get it.
And
The
they'll-
team is so hyped right now. We are so hyped up in the stands.
and they'll-
Gotta love that.
I mean, oh my goodness, what a great play, great effort back and forth. I mean, you just saw that for the past 5 points from just both sides. I mean, they're just putting it back and forth. No one's saying quit, no one's saying die. And right now, Rangers able to take this one 25-23. I mean, they've fought for that.
Not sure what's going on with the old Raptors there. They're kind of leaving the play area here. I guess we get a 5-minute break in this time, a little bit longer. Probably to rest the players a little bit for this third game. Not as easy as the first game for the Raptors, definitely since they'd lost, but they kind of walked over to us, and I think we finally started to put together, you know what? If we're going to win this thing, we're going to have to do it right. We're going to have to be disciplined. We're going to have to get to our spots. We're going to have to jump higher, hit harder, and more accurately.
It's always great to be the underdog, as Forest Lake definitely has the heart and soul right now to try to carry this one and win this. I mean, all momentum kind of going towards them right now. What do you think they got to do to just keep it going and take Game 3?
I think they got to keep that same energy. We saw less collisions by the players. We saw way less balls out the back on the serves. You got to stay with that same sort of game plan that you've been going with. Kind of sacrifice perhaps a little bit of power and like mobility for more accuracy and steady play. Trusting your teammate versus running them over kind of relates back to football almost. If you don't trust the people around you, you're not going to play all out the way that you should. You're going to overstep your boundaries, step out of your zone, and we see it. It costs you. You give a wide open zone, and then they spike it down hard on you. So they've trusted a lot more in that second game, and it paid off as we came out with the second match win.
They've definitely just been able to be a lot more consistent, but I think the big thing that I've seen so far is just communication. I mean, like you said, them running into each other, I mean, those are just miscommunications, open zones, just miscommunications. You're obviously seeing right now they're able to communicate. They're communicating more now. You see them being more vocal. They're calling it. They're saying, this is mine, that's yours. I mean, they're obviously been able to just understand each other more right now in Game 2 more than Game 1. So right now in Game 3, you just really want to see that same communication kind of just keep going. Communication is always key in a lot of things, per se.
Communication is priority 1. They've stepped it up in that second match. They just got to find a way. It's tough. It's like kind of like I played football. I relate back to that a lot. You're coming down to the fourth quarter here when people start to get tired, people start to get worn out, and people they're not playing at their best level because it's not the first quarter. You're not fresh out the gates. The game is worn on a bit. You got to keep that energy you've had in the first match, first serve, now way late in the game, I guess.
I mean, definitely here in Game 3, this is where it kind of all comes down and it all matters the most. So right now, I mean, you said being tired in the fourth quarter in football, I mean, it's all about who can bring out the most effort and power through. I mean, right now, definitely for both teams, it's about the effort that they can bring in this third game. You're tired. It's been long. It's been the journey. I mean, just to get to this point. So, I mean, who's built on more adversity and who's ready to step up and win?
I'm almost interested to see if the Rangers had to put a lot of effort in that. They had to mount that comeback where they scored, I believe it was like 9 or 10 of the last 13 points in the middle of that match to just get the lead. Like they were down kind of by 5 at one point. They had to kind of go on a run. That takes a lot of effort to go on a straight run like that. We'll have to wait and see if that's going to just wear them out in the fourth game. I bet you it took a lot out of those players getting to that point.
And right now, Alm's the head coach for the Forest Lake Rangers, getting in a game plan. And right now, the Rangers are ready. They're getting ready.
Reminding them of that game plan that they probably worked on all week. I'm interested to see how a volleyball practice, if they know the strengths of another team, because that's what you do in football. You watch the tape, you see what they do well, and you counteract it. Volleyball, I feel like it's got to be a little different. You almost just play a team, and there's got to be, I don't know.
I think it's more definitely on strategy and fundamentals, on ball control, serving, blocking, movement. I mean, and probably endurance is a huge thing.
I know they run a lot of killers.
I mean, you've definitely seen just players running back and forth. So a lot of endurance exercises, most likely, because I mean, you got to stay in this game for a long time, running back and forth, getting to the ball. So it's probably of course it's going to be different, but I mean, definitely still a lot of effort goes in to the practice of each week and getting ready for a game.
As they get ready for the third match, Forest Lake will start. Maybe one more reminder as we start this third match that we are brought to you completely by Lakes Area TV, and that I am Dustin.
I am Vincent.
And we are your announce team for the evening. Having a great blast. Oh, that's a tough one. Having a great time in our first volleyball game. Lakes Area TV's first volleyball game.
And looked like Drury there had a chance to block it, just kind of went in between her hands as she almost caught the ball. Obviously can't do that in volleyball. As Raptors number 4, so we're with the serve, and she's able to miss it there.
She makes up for that early mistake. You gotta love to see that. Adversity, you gotta bounce back.
And Drury able to take it there, 1-1. It's all in the early going here. As it looks like that's gonna be number 16 maybe with the serve.
Kate Gamenden there on the serve. Popped over.
Those taps that you normally see in the early going with the spike down. And a nice save there by number 2, Chapman.
Oh, just a step back.
Andrews not able to get there. But I mean, a big thing that I've seen so far throughout the night, number 6, Audrey Spadaro for the Raptors. I mean, she's just been consistent play all night so far, right next to that net, and just been able to take control.
Oh, 2 little arm taps there didn't really go our way at all.
Andrews kind of had it for a moment. Then it looked like Zalab had it for a moment, but not able to get over the net. 3-1.
Yep. We've seen it. We're not out of this thing, as I think there's something wrong with the volleyball down there. Pulling something out of there. I'm not sure what that was, but they're swapping it out, so must have been indent or something. So as we get set with the new ball, maybe some new energy in that thing going the Rangers' way, perhaps.
Maybe. It will only be home targeted, right? It's a nice serve there by Glavin.
Smack. Oh, it's out.
And that's out at the back.
Tough, close one there. But
I mean, that's what they're set up on. I mean, Josie Olsen definitely set up on those big plays there with the spikes down on the top of the court.
Had to get
set
down
up there, and
one.
Olsen takes the spike, and that's 2. Nice save. Rangers bringing it back. Andrew sending it forward. Raptors returning it around.
Stopping. Oh, she's going to have to run that one down.
Able to take it. Olsen sends it back.
Those impress me when they have to go backwards and play accurately. And that one's going to be a tough one to get to.
I mean, like you said, again, the endurance and the effort that you got to bring. I mean, when that ball is still in play, but that's running out, you got to sprint towards those and make a save for it.
We got to see what these Rangers got. They're looking a little worn out. They got to bounce back here. They can't give up now. This is a big part of the game. Somebody's
like
tying their shoe down there.
looks like a Forest Lake player, yeah.
Maybe she's a little gassed and is just trying to get a little extra breath going. Something's wrong with her shoe.
Maybe. Everyone's kind of just talking around.
She's
right
laughing, having a good time.
There
She's
you
up,
go.
ready to go.
Number 8, it looks like Julia Peterson. Just had to tie her shoe. No big deal. As Peterson with the
that
spike
tie
down
up,
there.
though, helped her
Peterson
get that
spike
smack.
there for Grahan with a nice save. Bringing it back
Drury
around and another
there.
spike down. And Drury takes it and brings it close. 2-3. 2-5, excuse me.
Basically the same thing. As now she goes to serve it up and smack it down, hopefully right in the zone there.
Drury takes it, serve, and
And
that
hits
serves
the
low
net.
and hits the net.
First one of those we've seen tonight.
Not enough power there.
As she checks out of the game for McKenna Andrews. I don't know where Lawrence came from. Somewhere in my head, I suppose. I probably know one of those.
Graham for the Raptors taking the serve. Brings it around. Back up and over. And a save and a diving attempt right towards
You gotta
the play.
love to see that effort, but she definitely put herself in harm's way there, going way out there to try to get that.
A big dive there by Rangers courtside.
2-7 now in favor of the Raptors. Don't like to see that, though.
Andrews takes it.
Odd
A little
play.
bit of odd play, like you said there, and a spike down
And
by
down
12.
Broadway there, just right down the
Raptors number 12, Britt Carlson with authority. And first
Another
timeout right
timeout.
now for the Rangers. I mean, definitely what you guys see there, but man, how do you respond to that right now?
You got to get back to what we've had. They're looking a little gassed, perhaps. I'm seeing some heavy breathers with their mouths open. I mean, they've been training all season. We're towards the end of the season. That shouldn't be an excuse that you're tired.
Home stretch is definitely very important coming in here.
That's something our wrestling coaches always kind of emphasized was being tired is not an excuse. You got to find a way to dig deep and overcome that. So they definitely have been training all year. I remember vividly back, I was walking in from weight training one day during a volleyball practice, and they probably did a good 30 killers after the volleyball practice. They're conditioned. They're mentally tired. They are not physically tired.
Exactly.
They got to bounce back from that. They serve it up here for the Raptors. Forest Lake's going to try to get that point. Oh, they got a close one there.
Good save up and over.
And out.
Great attempt there by Zalab, but just doesn't get the right angle on as that flies towards the stands.
You got to go on a bit of a run here to get back in this thing. It's 2-9. Don't like to
Definitely
see
like
that
you said.
at all.
2-9. Grahan with the serve for the Raptors. Olsen
Top,
with the tap.
in. Oh,
nice
wow, what a
save
play.
there by number 4.
Man.
So and right now, firing on all cylinders as the Raptors are just ravaging right now.
They are feasting on this play from the Rangers. They're kind of looking again out of sync, out of tune. They got to get back to what they do best. Out the back. There we go. There's the start.
I mean, on that play, Olsen had a really great touch pass there. But I mean,
it almost dropped in there.
Exactly, but a great save by Swert. Just to be able to get the effort going and keep it in play, and obviously they're able to capitalize and get a point on it.
Hopefully now we can go on a run. We had a bit of a momentum swing, hopefully, from that errant serve. Get us going here. As they serve it high and over. We set it up for a big spike, hopefully. Oh, just a little tap.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Taps have not
With
been.
a
Oh!
nice block there. As
Coach
it looks like
with
they
a
were
little
trying to go
smack.
back to Carlson with that big spike, but that one was blocked.
Man, that was, I mean, there we go. 2 in a row. Keep it up, guys. You can't give up on these points now. You're still down, but you know what? It's less of a lead than it was before. Get your momentum back. As McKenna Lawrence, or why do I keep going back to that name?
Andrews, as that one's able to flip right over the net, right next
Andrews.
to Faith Sawert.
What I was saying was she is trying to lift her team up. She's got, come on, guys, that sort of attitude is I would imagine is probably a captain or a leader of the team of some sort.
5-10 right now. With the spike down by Carlson.
Popped up and over.
And around, that's
Playing the volleys.
Spinaro.
Oh,
Spinaro
right down the
will
line.
able to drill that one in. 11-5.
It's not over yet. but we just got to find a way to bounce back.
Spoiled row for the Raptors will take the serve.
The
One of the-
8th grader, right?
One of the two sisters. No, this one will be.
that's
That's
the
the junior.
They look
With a
very
spike
similar, though.
and a nice block. And another
right down
attempt.
Broadway. Big
Glavin
point
right
there.
at her feet. Raptors Glavin not able to take it, but forced Lake with an enthusiastic spike there.
As the ball is just going to roll out of the area.
Substitution, 19 coming in, 16 coming out. Gamendon out, McCoskey in.
As I believe that's number 3, 5. Ify there. No, 2. I'm getting lost. Anyways, on the play, we're setting it up. We're serving. We're spiking. We're dipping
Number
it
2,
over the
Reefs. Number 2, Paige Swanson.
making plays.
And saving it. Nice
Wow,
job
what
there.
a play there. They were going. Hey, let's go.
Great effort there and control of the net. Big things you want to see right now. And those two, it looks like McCoskey and 17, DeMars, were just honing the net and taking control there.
Not giving up on the play whatsoever. Now we get the Raptors going back the other way with another block, another touch. Smack over the top. Andrews puts it in the air. Come back with the spike. Andrews puts it in the air again.
Coming back
touch.
around.
Andrews puts it in the air for the 3rd time on this single serve. This ball just does not. Andrews again. At the point of play every time.
Going back and forth here, and a little deflection there.
There's only so much
That looked
you
like
can do.
Ify had a chance with it.
Bunnyman showing off the volleyball skills as he bounces it over the top of the net. I think they're supposed to roll it underneath is the etiquette, but Bunnyman does what he wants. He doesn't do whatever he
has
wants.
his own ways. But right now,
7-12.
looks like number 2, Campman, for the serve. And it looks like one of the Rangers players is talking to the coach, or excuse me, the ref.
See,
Maybe doesn't like that play.
just trying to figure out a situation there. The game is kind of stopping for this situation. And she's going to go talk to her coach.
It looks like the coach wanted an answer more than anything. It looked like number 7, Ollie Jocelyn.
I guess she can't walk across the court. And the coach is not happy with the call.
Definitely not happy with the call. And right now, Force Lake bench just doing their thing.
Pausing the game. I don't believe that there's a coach's challenge in this.
I don't think there's any red flags to throw.
There is no challenge flags tonight, so the play will stand. It is now 7-12 in favor of the Raptors, as it looks like they're going to communicate between players now. Just have a little bit of a pep talk, perhaps.
Definitely.
Now they're communicating amongst each other, the refs are. Trying to figure out what happened there. Did you see what happened? Did somebody cross the net line or something?
I think they're arguing over what hit, maybe. I mean, definitely both refs getting in and trying to talk about it, but Jocelyn obviously, or the coach, just didn't like whatever call it was made.
Senior ref has ultimate decision, and he kept it his way there. So, does
Serve
not
is
even
short.
make it to the net.
Campman with the serve, but just not enough heat on that one. Looks
Now
like Abby
big
Drury's
chance.
back into the game after the substitution with DeMars coming out.
McKenna Andrews coming up for the serve. Gets a nice smack right down the middle of the lane. Raptors set. Go for the spike.
Nice
Falling
save
down.
there. Bring it back
Spike
around,
right
spike,
back.
block, pumping it up. And looks like that's number 2 for the Rangers. Taking it back.
Oh,
Andrews.
she tried to make a play on it. She had the arms in the right position, but the ball just did not go the way she wanted it to go there. Got to bounce back from that one. Not out of reach by any means. There's still 12 points at least to be scored in this game, as we're only down by 5. You got to keep that hope, keep that energy. You can't get flat-footed now in the middle of the third pivotal deciding game. And
That's
yet
definitely
another
short
ball.
serve, yeah. 9-13 here. I mean, they're keeping it close. 10 coming in, 7 coming out. Phillipson is in and Jocelyn is out.
Can't be upset with the free points that have been given up thus far.
And looks like Zalab's in and Ifey's out. So a couple substitution being made by the Rangers. Just have some fresh legs, keep the energy going.
Whoa.
Great
There
serve
we
there.
go.
Looks like Grahan
Ready.
for the libero for the Raptors. Kind of saw and didn't know if it was going in or out. Didn't make the decision fast enough, and that's a free point there for the Rangers off the serve. I believe that's an ace term, I would like to say. An ace.
She aced it, all right. And now we're getting back into the game. As a big old spike gets blocked by your Rangers there.
That looked to be Phillipson coming in with a nice block.
And Drury, right? She was also in on that play.
I believe so.
So, we're back in this thing. We're only down by 11-13 as we get ready to spike it or serve it again.
Who said we were ever out of it?
Never said we were out of it. But
Exactly.
It was a bit of a lead they had, but now it's closing. But now we give up another point, down 11-14.
Game's never over until
it's over.
Until it's over.
Until that guy or that lady or whoever it is singing.
Until that man over there, that lady over there, serve, saving. Andrews takes it, pops it back. Raptors take, respond, tap. It's going back around. Rangers trying to respond with a nice spike there and a save, but that's just going to go to stand. And another great save there by the Raptors.
Smopping. Andrews with the play over the net as they get it back to center. Spiked into the and out of bounds. There we are. We're back within 2, and we keep possession. We got to get another nice play like that. That was a high energy play, back and forth. Gotta love to see that from your Rangers there.
Definitely. I mean, they're doing a great job. Another substitution made here. 14. Olsen is in. 2. Swanson is out for the Rangers. So Rangers just keeping a lot of fresh legs, giving the energy going. I mean, that's a smart tactic here. Definitely gotta stay fast with a lot of energy and a nice save there by the back end
touch
for the Rangers.
That looked like a carry to me, but I'm not the ref, so I can't make the call.
Nice save over the libero for the Raptors. Takes it. Nice save there.
Touched
a little
in,
tap in there. Little layup almost, just a quick flick.
That looked like she reached
as
over the net, but I don't know. That must not actually be a rule that way. I'm not sure if it's just when you hit the net.
Yeah, and looked like number 9 made the play and also going to be serving. That's Glavin.
Big smackaroonie. Out the back, got to get that one back into play.
And Olsen puts it back into play.
Set, spike. Down
and
Broadway.
That's in.
Nobody's there to stop that one.
I mean, like you said, they've just been putting it down Broadway, like you said, right in the center. I mean, almost just a little bit past that three-point arc. Yeah. They've just been laying it out.
I don't think that they're rotating on defense right now. They're not. They're letting the middle area and
an ace right there.
2 go for 1.
Olsen had a diving attempt, just couldn't get low enough.
Andrews also attempted, so they kind of might have stopped each other from making a play. You got to have one person do what they need to do there. Setting it up again. Smacking it over top. Setting it. Spiking it. Andrews with the save. Up high. Back to the middle. Another set. Another still little touch pass.
Nice save there by Olsen.
Drury with the smack and Drury with the point.
Smart play there, going to that soft spot. Notice all those Raptors kind of migrating, leaving that corner end there of the court just wide open.
Nobody there to stop it.
Smart play there by Drury. Another substitution. That looks like Johnson's back in.
Drury out.
And Drury's out. Exactly.
Looks like we're going with a shorter lineup right now.
Johnson's been able to. Johnson was able to get some pretty nice serves, and I mean she's definitely been
making plays and
making plays on serve, and the great block there. That looks to be number 10 Phillipson.
Hey, we're within 3 now.
And right now the Rangers bench is getting into it. Fans are getting into it.
Go Rangers, go Rangers, go. It took them a second, but they got it.
Exactly.
Jumping, and then the chant dies as soon as it started. Still pumped. Bunny's still here.
Takes it up. Big block there. That looked like DeMars had a chance at it, but that entire East Ridge Raptors just controlled the net with a great block. I mean, that's what they've been able to do so well, just control that net with the blocks. And right now, Grahan for the Raptors serves over.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Olsen again just tried to get low.
Nothing there for them. Tough one to take, but they had a chance. They just were not in the best position to perhaps put that one back in the air.
Grahan takes it, serves it up. Olsen down.
Hey!
And a nice off the hands of looked like number 1, Haley Berger.
DeMar is definitely putting the hammer down. She is their tallest player for this team at 6'1", a junior. So she will be around for another year. Maybe she'll grow a little bit more and become even more a dominant, tall player leading this team next year.
Maybe. Serves up.
Macaroni.
Nice spike down.
Triple touch.
Just kind of got caught. That looked to be Allie Jolin. Just kind of got caught in between her hands there.
Yep, she didn't have much chance at that one. It came right down on top of her. So, gotta
15
be tough
to
to
20.
decide what you're gonna do with that thing.
Rangers trying to keep this one close. Raptors trying to put it away.
Nobody could get there in time.
Communication errors there for the Raptors. 16-20.
Josie Olsen
Substitution coming in.
2. That'd be a JV player, Paige Swanson, checking in. And I believe, is she serving? I believe so. Pulling them in.
It's Raptors with the serve, and it looks
Right
like
over
Switzer
the
with the
top of the block.
save.
Hit the bench nearly. That was a wide-reaching shot there, as now we find ourselves down 16-21. We got to go on quite a bit of a run here in the end to make something happen. It's definitely not over. You got to just readjust and maybe take a timeout here in a minute to regroup the troops.
Maybe. Rangers confident with what they got. Blocked there by the Raptors. Coming back around.
Hits the ceiling nearly. Tough one. They had a chance at it, and then it got redirected by the ceiling. They've kind of been going right over the top of our blocks there for the Raptors. They have just been spiking it down on top as we take a timeout.
Definitely.
In a tough spot here with 3 points to go, the Raptors would win. We need to score quite a bit to have a chance, as we're only at 16.
Rangers definitely just got to change up something because, obviously as many points as they're trying to put up and keep up, it's just not working right now. So maybe just a little bit of a game plan change to get some extra urgency in right now, bring some more energy or something.
This is
because right now it seems like the big thing is that just the control of the net. Raptors have been able to control the net so well. All these blocked attempts. Some of the serves that they've had have been against the Raptors, but right now control the net's quite a big thing right now that the Rangers need to get a hold of right now.
If we can just go back to what we were doing before and control the ball, play as a team, communicate, I think we got a chance to get back in this thing. This is basically what would be like the 2-minute warning in a football game. Coming down to the wire. Got to take advantage here. One last drive, perhaps, as we serve it up. Smacked middle of the air. Blowing it dead, and
they'll give it to the Rangers.
There we go.
Maybe net touch or something.
Well, it doesn't matter. Got a point. That's one closer to getting back in this thing. We're not out of it for sure. We just got to go on a bit of a run. Almost go 3-1 versus 2-1 now.
Libero Andrews takes the serve. Let's come back around.
Right over the block there. Over the block. Could not stop that one.
23-17. It slipped. Right now, Rangers are just kind of slipping right now. They'll need something big.
Not sure if we're not jumping high enough or what, but that's been quite a few in a row where our blocks have not gotten in the way of these spikes.
Spoldero for the Raptors takes the serve.
There.
Nice low
they
one
got
down.
That one back up.
Spoldero
takes
it, and she'll
Drury
return
was
it back
ready.
down.
Like a safety reading the quarterback's eyes, absolutely got in the passing lane and shut that thing down before it even had a chance to go.
Drury said, no, thank you. Here we go. An 18-23. Substitution being made. Looks like Jolin coming out and Phillipson coming in. And looks like Zalab is also coming into the game. And right now, 18-23. Rangers got to get something huge going, and that just went off her hands. awkwardly there.
Yep, Drury had that great play a moment ago. And
24-18.
Spun off her hands a little bit. We got to do something spectacular here. This is kind of like Hail Mary time now. We're down to the last chance. Any mistakes will be crucially painful now.
Swart with the serve for the Raptors.
Off the fingers. Oh,
nice
and they
save
got it
there.
back up. Don't make a mistake
back.
now. Blocked,
Spike and a block.
That's the
And
game.
that's the start, and that's the end of the game right there.
Well, folks, that's a tough loss. I
Tough.
thought we were definitely rolling after that second game. Didn't work out that way. They kind of started how they ended.
I can't tell if there's 5 games instead of 3 like we thought, because right now they're flipping sides.
I think they're just, no, I'm not sure.
Well, nonetheless, I mean, that
The only thing that I can think is that because this is a conference game, I did see in the records column, let's see. I thought I saw something about wins being a 3-1.
while you are doing that, I just want to point out, I mean, control of the net has just been so huge for this Raptors team, and obviously that's what their success has been branching off of. I mean, just been able to get at the net and create all those blocks. I mean, you hear their players just going crazy when they get those blocks. So, I mean, obviously, just control the net has been so huge, and that's just what the Raptors have been able to do so well.
Something I'm seeing here is that it depends. Sometimes you play 3, sometimes you play best of 5, and then like earlier in the season we lost to Eastridge 2-0 and it was over. So I don't know what determines how many games they play, but nevertheless they are playing at least another 3rd game.
They're playing one more, so it looks like this will be out of 5 instead of 3 like we thought. Looks like we were wrong there.
I'm finding stats for the Rangers now. The most kills on the team is by a girl named Abby Drury. She's at 148 this season. She also has had 60 blocks leading the team. Allie Jocelyn has had 29 serving aces. A girl named, she doesn't appear to be on the varsity roster. Oh no, she is. McKenna Andrews, the most digs at 237.
I mean, right now,
Hannah Zlob with 335 assists, and McKenna Andrews with 269 receptions.
I mean, statistically, the Rangers having some amount of success. I mean, look into their huddle right now. They just look excited. I mean, they look happy right now. So, I mean, obviously, they're smiling and they're able to just have a little fun. So, I mean, that's good to see. You definitely would still want to have fun when you're playing sports.
Yes.
Because that's kind of...
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
What's the point?
Exactly.
Just winning is not the key. You can tell they love what they're doing, even though it has not gone their way through the first 3. We win this one. Who says we can't win the next one, too? Maybe it's just going to be a back and forth kind of night, and whoever has the ball last is going to win this thing.
Right now, Rangers getting pumped and Rangers getting ready.
Raptors are already out on the floor there.
We're already on game 4 of tonight's matchup between the Forest Lake Rangers and the Eastridge Raptors. For those of you who don't know, I'm Vincent.
And I'm Dustin.
And we are here when we are here for your broadcast tonight with Lakes Area Television. And right now we got a pretty nice one going for the SEC.
They're playing well. It's been, I mean, when the Raptors win, it's been a kind of a spread show there. They've gotten a few more points in their wins. But our win came right down to the buzzer. I think it was 23-25 as the first
low serve there by Grahan.
Out into the net.
Grahan for the Raptors had just a really low serve, just hits the net. And Rangers get their first points, 1-0.
Hannah Zlob is now ready to serve it up for the first of this match.
Spike over. Rangers were ready. Bringing it back around. Nice save there by the Raptors.
Over the top again.
Andrews with the save.
Zlob with there.
Nice
Get the
attempt
smack.
and a great save there. Grahan couldn't get there in time, and a beautiful play that looked to be by number 16, Gamenden.
Again, back to their spiking. It's been going right over our team's heads. I don't know if we're just not getting the height that we need to get on those.
Just got to work on the vertical.
Right to the face of Hannah's lob there. No chance on getting that one up.
Zlab had a chance there. I mean, she had the block, just wasn't able to get under it.
Tough one right there.
2-1. And it looks like number 4, Swart, will be on the serve for the Raptors.
As we're up 2-1 here in the early going of the fourth. I think they're games, and then the entirety is a match. So I will call them games going forward.
Nonetheless,
we continue to have a great volleyball game thus far throughout this part of the game.
Exactly. A nice tap there.
She was not ready
An
for that
attempt
one.
by Champman, not able to get there, and Rangers able to strike again.
Took a big dive there, took to hit the floor hard, so.
All that effort and putting it all on the line, you know? Nice serve up. And a little
touch
tap
over.
there.
Andrews with the big set.
Olsen with the spike
the
down
chest.
right off the chest. Win off Grahan. Went to Champman. No one could get it high enough. And right there,
That's a
Forest
tough one,
Lake's
man.
up 4-1.
They are getting in the right position thus far throughout this match.
Forest Lake definitely getting into it right now. In this game, off the net, awkward bounce with the roll right to the feet of Andrews.
Still tough one there. It went over, though. I mean, you got to give them credit. They were able to get it over, but it barely made it. Could have gone our way, could have gone their way. It went their way that time. Another serve. And I don't know what they were doing there. They lost control.
It seemed like Forest Lake was ready for that one, but just kind of too much power and went over, and Raptors weren't expecting it. They thought they were trying to set up something.
That was a pretty easy point to be had there. We've had 3 easy ones out of our 5 thus far.
Drury with the serve. Nice save there by the Raptors. Spike, and right in between, it looked like Drury and Gamenden
Tough one to
finding
take.
those soft zones, and it looks like Drury's out of the game. Andrews is back in.
She comes out and goes in very fast. She must be definitely, we've seen McKenna Andrews be one of the best players on the floor tonight.
Definitely.
As is, they're
Coach.
talking to the line judge or the ref.
Talking to someone.
It does not seem like this coach and this ref are getting along very well.
Maybe think talking to the fans? I am not sure.
Those are the Raptors fans, and they're
Definitely.
chirping in our players' ears. Don't like to see that, but our players have also been doing it to them all night.
Exactly.
As our student
so
section has emptied out quite a bit here in this fourth game. Not sure what that's about, but
and right in between Andrews and that looked to be Gamenden. But nonetheless, after all those crazy turn of events, 5-4, Rangers still hold a 1-point lead.
served over, set up, and a little touch in there, and it went right to where it needed to go as 17.
DeMars.
Maddie DeMars put it in the spot it needed to go. One of the 3 juniors on the team.
Just
playing
kind
very
of
well tonight.
Just kind of an awkward hint there by one of those Raptors players that looked to have been number 6, maybe Espinaro. But nonetheless,
Jamie Ifey checking in number 5 there for the Rangers as they hit the serve, put the hammer down on the block, almost caught us out of position.
and the spike
Right down the middle.
Nice save there by Lamar Grahan. And another great save
Can
there.
she save it? She does!
Bring it back
And
in, but no one
that's a tough
was there.
one as McKenna Andrews takes a tough bounce off the ground trying to save that one. That was, could have been a great play. We did have that great save there, but it was all for naught as that one goes against us there as we're only up by 1 now, 6-5. Serve ready, airing it out, setting it. Oh, there we go. With Maddie DeMars again with a great smack hammer down on that one. So it sounded like a whistle, but just a
Substitution being made. Looks to be Swanson coming in and Olsen coming out.
Swanson is only 5'4". She is a little person. Gotta love to see all the different shapes and sizes in these sporting events.
That's for sure. But meanwhile, off the net, and nonetheless 7-6. I mean, now at one point it was like 5-2. Now 7-6. So I mean, Raptors are fighting and keeping it close.
They don't give up, that's for sure. That's why they are 20-3 on the season, as McKenna Andrews again hits the floor hard. I think she's going to be feeling that in the morning because she has been diving and driving and thriving all around this floor tonight.
7-7, all tied up. Raptors storming back here. And right now, Swenson up. Andrews, nice serve over. Raptors control, take it, spike. Great save, but no one behind.
Man.
That looked to be Champman. And then off the hands, that looked to be of number 7, Jolson.
Paige Swanson tried to come up and make a play, but it was just a little bit out of her fingers' reach there, as that one barely makes it over the net.
Jocelyn had a chance
in
at
the
it.
Zone.
And that looked to be one of the Spinaro sisters. Was she able to kind of tap that one, but not enough heat or energy as that one just kind of done and fall down. Andrews with the serve.
Up in the air, up and over, and here we go. As they set, they spike over the top of our defense again. Reset, respike.
Tip.
She put her arm out and she wasn't able to capitalize.
Spinaro kind of just had it for a moment, but rolled off her arm right into the Rangers stands.
That was a well-placed spike. It was in between, but the players tried to just put their arms out. It wasn't really able to get any power behind their hits, and it just kept rolling backward. So we set up again here for another set of plays. Spiking it up, touching it over, got him going there. Another touch up.
Moving it back around. Nice
Andrews
save
with
there.
The effort. Set.
Control spike. Spike in the zone right past. Right past Andrews there.
Tough one there. I thought that
9-9.
That ref has a good position though on that far side. We can't really see what's going on over there.
Raptors just able to keep it close. I mean, they've just been fighting, but so have the Rangers. Rangers with a nice tap.
7. Don't know what that means. Gotta learn these things. I think he was calling it illegal on 7, the player.
Maybe.
Don't know, but nevertheless, it is now 9-10 in favor of the Raptors. Getting away going there with the
LeBar Grahan with the serve. Bringing it over. Bring it back around. Spike down.
Up. Back. Whoa.
Andrews takes it.
Bringing the hammer.
Heat with the spike, and that's a nice tip. Great save there with the setup. Spike and
Blocked
another block.
Again. A little bit of anger there from number 16, Kate Gamenden. She kind of backhammered that ball back to them.
But nonetheless,
she's getting frustrated.
Raptors doing what they've been doing so well, 9-11.
They've been blocking all night as number 2, Paige Swanson, takes that one kind of off the upper part of the body. Nevertheless, it worked out in our favor as we tie this thing up. Or no, we don't. We're down 10-11 still.
Grahan with the arm out, but kind of goes off.
Did not have a good enough effort.
Exactly. No angle to it.
Hannah Zlob coming in to serve now. See what she can do. She's been pretty good about serving all night tonight. She's been putting it in well placed as she does it again.
Gahan takes it, bat it up. Nice by Swenson, moving around.
Touched by Drury, just barely got a finger on that one. Block!
Great block.
Woo! Tying it up. Went on a 2-1 run. Bringing it back, and we keep possession. I prefer it definitely when you have possession. You have just a great chance to kind of bounce back from whatever's going on there.
Spike.
And right as I say
easily down, right next to
right
Andrews. Did not have an angle to go.
Yep. But that one had some heat on it. I wouldn't have wanted to take that one regardless because that was coming down with a vengeance on people there.
That's for sure. Nice spike up and over.
Set for Drury, right to where you want it.
now
We
this
are
is just
staying in this thing.
now this is just a fist fight. Swenson coming out, and it looks like Olsen coming in.
Let's see what's going to happen on this serve. Haven't seen her serve a whole lot tonight, but she does well. Another smack down
With
on the
authority,
serve.
oh my.
Spike.
Raptors
These spikes are violent tonight.
Raptors making a substitution right now. It looks like 12 Carlson's coming in and 2 Campman coming out.
Oh, served it up. Right down the old Broadway to Andrews there. Air spiked. Popped up. Brought down the middle. Back to Andrews. High set. A little pat tap there. Keeps the play going.
Another tap,
Wow.
and nice block there.
They didn't get it over us that time.
And another
Andrews.
great save by Andrews.
Zlob there. Woo! Got it back over. This is a good volley as it's in. And it's another point for the Raptors, now up 14-12.
And I mean, they're just finding that soft zone there. I mean, once those volleys just get more intense and intense, I mean, definitely Rangers kind of fall into those assignments where they leave the back wide open.
Oh, Hannah Zlob nearly falls into the table there. Took a close one. Made an effort, but was not able to fully get her arm underneath that one as we take a timeout to try to just figure out what's going on. This is a crucial point in the game. Last game, this is kind of where the Raptors began to run away with it. And this one will be really costly because if we can't come out with a win here, the match will be over 3-1. If we can win, we get to play on for another day, or I guess another match tonight.
And definitely just a big thing you've been seeing is just kind of, I mean, they've been sending it back and forth. Rangers had the energy right out the gate, came with that 5-2 lead, and then it just kind of closed up. And I mean, right now, Raptors have just been very opportunistic and just capitalizing. I mean, they've had a nice mix between rotations. I mean, they've not rotated too much, but when they have, it seems to be just very calculated nonetheless.
Chosen spots, yep.
And I mean, they've been just doing very well.
So, yeah, that's something we haven't seen a whole lot with the Rangers. They've been rotating at will and just throwing players in left and right, trying to stay. They're going deep into their bench, that's for sure, using all the players they've got, not leaving one person off the floor.
For sure. Some Uptown Funk.
That's what you love to see.
Serve there.
Pop up.
Rangers return.
Drury
Nice
could
tap.
not get a good hit on it.
A
Oh,
great save there.
if we can get one more touch. Yep, could not.
Looked like that was 4-16-12. Rangers are down. And that looks to be number 9, Glavin. With the serve. Andrews. Zlab.
Boom!
Spike down. Olsen.
Pumped up as ever. They're ready to take this lead back. They're not going down without a fight.
Andrews comes out, and it looks like DeMars is in.
Drury to serve here.
Great serve.
Whew.
Getting around with the spike.
Oh, a
Great
tough
save
one.
all the way back. Setting up another spike attempt.
Drury
That one pops high.
up to the sky.
That's the lab. Takes it, brings it back.
2 touches for Drury on that one. And way out of town.
All
Nearly
the-
hit the scoreboard, but it was blocked
To
by
the
the net.
scoreboard, yeah. The net saved it. You'd hate to see that scoreboard go down. But
Kind of like a backboard after a nasty dunk.
nonetheless, looks
Right down the zone.
and it looks like Andrews is back into the game after that quick sub. And it looks like 2 substitutions being made for Forest Lake and 1 substitution being made for the Raptors.
Ify comes in and Jocelyn comes in for the Rangers there. It looks like, I honestly think that all McKenna Andrews comes out for is a quick drink of water, and as soon as she's good, coach is like, you go back in there, you've got all the talent. We need you out there as much as possible.
I mean, definitely these liberos are quite crucial to the game of volleyball, at least. I mean, you see these liberos all the time going in and just going crazy. I mean, they're the ones that are going to be moving around, and they're almost like the leaders of the team.
Yep, for sure. This game has been moving along a lot faster than I feel like the first 3 sets, or first 3 games have. It's just been not as much rat-a-tat game play thus far through this game, so not sure why that is. There's just not. Oh,
Spike and a
whoa,
block.
dang. Like there was just, you had the chance, and they got in the position of not allowing us to play volleyball as it's intended with constant volleys.
So crucial there as they had a great block and able to move on forward. 14-19. It sets up, and a nice spike down
There
by
it is.
Olsen.
Another
Olsen.
great spike.
Olsen with a great spike, and again, those Raptors always trying to do that signature blocking attempt there, but they're not able to get that time.
Paige Swanson coming in. She's been serving quite a bit in these. She wasn't seen much in the first 2 games, but she's been in a lot in the last 2.
Spike down, and
And,
looks like
tough.
right past the zone of Jocelyn.
Ellie Jocelyn there, just not quite able to rotate all the way over.
And right now, that looks to be number 2, Champman for the serve.
Andrews pops it. Set.
Spike.
Smack out of the zone all the way to the boys' locker room. That thing is way gone. They got to go chase that thing down. There's nobody there to bring it back. As we find ourselves down 15-21, yet again needing to go on a nice run.
Definitely gonna need something big here. As Champman with another serve coming up. I mean, Champman has definitely been doing great with these serves.
Not really going out of bounds with it at all.
Sets it up. Nice spike there.
Ify
Great
there.
save by Raptors libero.
They're running the 2 juniors right now, Ify and Maddie DeMars. They're both down on there. They're 2 of the taller players at 6'1" and 5'10". So they're definitely 2 of the taller players coming in to play that position right now.
It definitely helps just to control the net. And right now, Andrews with the serve brings over libero Grahan for the Raptors. A nice save over, and that one pops
Swanson
high
save.
and above. Brings around Spike. Rolls it off the net. Great save there by the Raptors. Moving it back around. Andrews takes the save. Another setup. Another tap. And now they're
Drury
doing the
there.
signature ping-pong-like back and forth here right now.
Drury with a little touch over.
Great save
Pulls
there by
it
the
back.
libero Grahan. And
There
right
we
now
go.
it's just
This
back
is
and forth. No one's
First time
quitting
we've really
right
seen
now.
this.
It's another
And
great
there
tap
we go.
there. Taking advantage of those blocks. It rolls off the arm. 17-21.
You like to think all points mean the same, but when you are going that long, that point meant a lot, and it definitely helps us going our way as we only are down by 4 now.
Andrews with the serve. Moves it over. Attempt there all the way across the court. Hits a
Ify
nice
was
soft
not-
spot there as Ify had a chance for it.
She just was not quite there. It was a pretty just horizontal shot straight down the line. Not able to capitalize on the position there. It went down really fast.
17-22.
Ify
Spike
making
down
up for that one.
off
with a
the
big
shoulder.
smash.
18-22. Rangers not done just yet.
More
Phillipson coming in,
substitutions.
Jocelyn coming out, and it looks like Zalab's coming in, Ify's coming out.
Zlab is ready to serve again. She's been really doing fantastic with that roll tonight. She has not had many go out the back as we get another nice serve there.
Starts off with a big up by Glavin.
Oh.
And another soft spot there right next to Zalab for the Rangers. 18-23. Rangers gonna try to get a hand on the wheel somehow. And right now, a big timeout here for the Forest Lake Rangers.
This is the time definitely to take a timeout. Down 5, 18-23. As we hear ourselves, American Girl coming over the speakers. Gotta love that jam. Anyways, got sidetracked. Back to the main point. This is when
No,
you
you
really
can talk a little more about American Girl if you would like
It's
to.
a banger, you know. But this is when you really got to play your best volleyball.
That's
your
for sure.
backs are against the wall. You're down to your last ditch effort. If you're going to put something together now and you're going to go all out, do it now because you're going to regret it later if you hold anything back.
That's for sure.
8-2 in the last 10, and the Raptors are 9-1 in the last 10. So definitely it's been a well-contested game thus far. but it definitely seems when the Raptors are winning, they are winning by a lot, and our one win was at barely a 2-point victory. As we set up for another serve here by number 4, Faith Sowert, just smacking that one deep. Setting it up there is McKenna Andrews. Big spike down the lane. Last point here. Got to do something great.
Definitely.
7-point run. There's not really, you could go for 6, tie it up, and then shoot out from there. But we need some sort of momentum shift here. We can't have any mistakes now.
Nice save up and going down, spike. And it looks like off the hands of one of the Raptors. That looked to be number possibly 10 or 19. I think that was Phillipson, though. And right now, Olsen coming in.
Swatson popping out there.
Josie Olsen, one of the taller players on this volleyball team, definitely going to help. 16 with the serve. Gamendon, 19-24.
Nice little shot. Spike.
And that will solidify.
That's the ball game, folks.
Spike right in between Gamendon and Andrews, and that will be the game.
High fives coming across the fans there.
What a series, though. This was quite a competitive matchup all the way to the end. 19-25 will be how this game ends on 3-1. But, these games were pretty close. And I don't think 3-1 is really what you would call this entire series.
No.
It was closer than what it said.
That's what's going to go down in the win column as a 3-1 loss for the Rangers, but they didn't just give in. They didn't quit. They played all the way until the end, and that's just unfortunate that we weren't able to play another match and see if we couldn't come down to the final game. But
and right now, with this loss, Rangers will fall to 4-11.
14-11.
Excuse me. But right now, this is what Eastridge has been built upon, just been able to win. And right now, 12-3 in your past. Not 12-3, excuse me, 21-3. Oh my.
They're now 10-0 in their last 10 games.
It's incredible, honestly, what they've been able to do. So great job to that coaching staff of the Raptors, just been able to coach this team and be very successful with it. And they definitely have some state aspirations moving forward.
They have to be one of the best teams in the state at this moment. Eastridge seems to be good at all of their sports. Their football team is tremendous. The wrestling team was but overall they're a good sports school. So,
right now, Rangers, keep your heads high as they will be moving forward. What a game and what a time. Definitely one for the ages.
As we wrap up tonight, we just wanted to remind you that this broadcast was brought to you by Lakes Area TV. I'm Dustin.
I am Vincent.
And we will hopefully see you guys at many more sporting events for the Rangers this season as the winter sports season kicks off soon and the fall sports season is going to be ending here pretty quick. We just want to thank you for tuning in with us.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks.